Yes, indeed. The time is 11 o'clock here on the Amplifier Show, radioactive.fm. It is pelting down out there, good people. I certainly hope that you're doing well. If you're out on the roads, out and about, of course, be wary of vehicles smaller than you, specifically riders on motorbikes and cycles as well. And just watch your distances and speeds, and everybody gets to where they're going. We will squeeze the Met Service report in about an hour at 12 o'clock, but I think we already know what we're getting. It's raining outside, but we got some sunshine about to shine at the moment here in the studios with me. I'm joined by Bianca Bailey and Theo Salmon from Wiri Donna. Now, of course, Bianca is the front person and boss lady of the band, hailing from Wellington City. Kia ora, welcome to Radioactive.
Kia ora, how's it going?
Welcome back, actually. You've been here many times, Bianca, haven't you?
Yeah, nice to be back in a familiar space, playing some tunes. Always happy to be here. Yeah.
Yay. Now, you've got a couple of gigs coming up that we're going to have a talk about. Also, I want to squeeze you about some information with regards to up-and-coming releases or any music that you've been working on. You're also going to lay down some songs for us. And we're joined by Theo this morning. So, Theo, welcome.
Good.
But before that, I want to have a chat to you about a couple of gigs that you've been doing recently, some interesting events that you've been part of. So let's go not too far back, but you played alongside Troy King and Delaney Davidson. That was an Auckland gig, 95 BFM, our sister station up in Auckland City.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So they do their sort of monthly drive island at Ella Melville, which is a venue that I frequented quite a lot when I was growing up. Also probably Theo did too. Yeah. And it was really cool to sort of go back there and play there again, but also opening for Troy King and Delaney Davidson. They were so spectacular. So it was really nice to do another sort of stripped back set. And yeah, play with them.
Because they're pretty heavyweights, those boys, and teaming up together. Troy King at the moment, in my mind anyway, he's taking Aotearoa music by storm. He's just going, this is how it should be done, kids.
There's some really so many beautiful tracks off the last album too. I really like. I stole a poster from that and put it in my bedroom. Yeah.
How did that come about?
We were up in Auckland for a show at the Tuning Fork that we played. Yeah, we played alongside Carbon Carb and Shannon Georgia Peterson on a Thursday night. So we're up in Auckland doing that and just wanted to try and squeeze some other things in while we were up there. It's always nice to sort of, go up to Auckland and trying to do as much as possible within a little short time. Yeah.
Yeah. Congrats on that. And you go up to Auckland frequently for gigs?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the South Kaipara. Yeah. So go up there to visit my family and then try and have something on to do while I'm up there
working
as
holiday.
well. Yeah, absolutely.
How's your fam feel about your music career so far?
They're very supportive.
Yeah.
They're my dad, he used to stand, back when I was playing more shows in Auckland, he used to stand at the back of my gigs and just yell, "Best band in the world," every time we played a show, which at the time I thought was really embarrassing, but I think it's kind of sweet. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's very cute. How many people can say, "My dad was right at the back. He had my back right from the beginning."
Yeah.
The best heckler. Another gig that you've performed on recently was the Parrot Dog 10th anniversary, which was filled of local talent in there. A free event, by the way. Happy birthday, Parrot Dog. So how was that gig?
It was pretty amazing. We just spent the day sort of recording at surgery, so we kind of zoomed in just before our set and then raced on and then got there and we were like, wow, this is big. There's a lot of people here. And it was probably one of my favourite shows we've ever played. I had a really, really fun time doing that. Yeah.
Wow, straight off the studio.
Yeah, hot day.
So did you showcase new stuff?
I suppose so. We've been doing our Eyegum tour, so we kind of had a set that we've been doing for the most of that tour. And there's a couple of new things on that set. So yeah, haven't brought that to Wellington. That was the first time sort of bringing that set, playing it in Wellington, yeah.
Oh, I do want to have a chat about that Eyegum tour because it's coming through Wellington this tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And we want to find out more details about that. So that tour is already underway.
Yeah, so we played...
Tell me.
Yeah.
Spill the beans.
We played the first 3 shows in Auckland and then did a weekend in Christchurch and Dunedin. So we played Whammy Bar and Dark Room and then The Crown in Dunedin, which is a fabulous venue. I really, really love it. It has a special place in my heart. Yeah, and those were awesome. It's kind of been nice first time going out on our own, doing our own tour. The only other tour we've done previously has been alongside Darts,
Right.
which was a great first tour to do. But also been fun touring with Dale Kerrigan as well, who are just loud, and I love it heaps.
So are you officially headlining this tour? Because your name is in the bigger font, right at the top of the bill.
Yes. I believe that is the way it is, I suppose. Yeah, we've done the whole tour alongside Dale Kerrigan, and we've sort of we've played last. They played last in Dunedin because that's their hometown, and also they freaking kick butt. They're so cool. So yeah, it's been really fun, and also like quite creatively challenging or like exciting playing with a tour that's with a band that's sonically quite different from you, and like the way that they bring other elements of your music out that you wouldn't normally focus on, and like trying to make a sort of sonically cohesive, enjoyable time for like the audience as well. That's been a like really fun development, I think, over the past month. Yeah.
Yay. More to find out about that, of course, at the tail end of the interview, because we got some songs lined up as well. So should we hear something?
Yeah.
What are we going to hear now?
We're going to play a song called No Follow Through, which will be... I'm just going to take my cape off because it's not on this song. Going to be our next single, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, cool.
Take it away.
One, two, 3, 4. Something's got to give, but I don't know what it is. I'm moving slowly, but I'm moving at full speed. I laid a plan for somebody like me to step into, but I haven't found my feet. No, I haven't found my feet. I hate to ask, but do you know somebody who would fit my clothes? Maybe they could step into my bedroom. Maybe they could move into my head too. Ain't it lucky? Everybody's doing it. Ain't it lucky? Like I've been keeping time, and my thoughts aren't so undivided. I try to keep it happy on the inside, always on the inside. Ain't it lucky? Everybody's doing it. Ain't it lucky? No one expects you, yeah, no one expects to follow through.
That's a feisty one. So it starts off really sweet and lovely, and then it picks up.
Yeah, you should hear it with the electric
I
guitars.
was just going to say, how much more energy is it when you've got the full band?
Definitely cranks, so.
Maybe 400% more. Yeah.
That is what you can expect to hear, of course, tomorrow night if you go to San Fran. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but for now, the last full-length EP. Oh, it wasn't a full-length EP. It was it was a two-track.
It was
EP.
a two-track.
So
yeah.
I guess it's almost a single. That's a bit of a cheat.
I know.
An A side and a B side. But hey, it's your game. You call that however you want.
I think it was originally going to be a 3-track EP.
Yeah.
But then it just ended up being 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd already started calling it an EP in my brain, and so it was just hard to recalibrate that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
An extended play is what an EP is. Well, I guess 2 songs.
They're both like 2.5 minutes long.
Tenuous. Now, that was Sprouts back in 2020, in March of 2020. Since then, you released Manuka Money, which was a live recording in December of last year. And the last single was You Should Be Smiling.
Yeah.
Back in May this year. Now, is that the single for the forthcoming project, or are you being cheeky and going to do another 2-track EP?
Well, You Should Be Smiling was a song that came out as a part of the 2 Days compilation. So we actually wrote, recorded, produced, mixed that whole song in 48 hours, or maybe more like 30 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So...
How was that? Tell me a little bit about that.
It was kind of the most awesome experience. It was, so part 4 New Zealand Music Month, we sort of set, everyone got the same weekend to go away, and like the rule is that you have to start the weekend with nothing, and you have to finish the weekend with a mixed track to put on the compilation. It was a really, really great process and like exercise and fun challenge. We hit so many various like different hurdles, but I'm really sort of happy with what came out of that.
I have to ask, was it difficult to lead into that weekend without an idea of what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I originally thought that I was going to write the song on Friday night and then spend Saturday morning rehearsing with the band, and then would start recording like Saturday afternoon, and then spend like Sunday finishing up the recording, and then spend half a day mixing.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. But like on the Friday night, I was sitting with the guitar, and I was like, yep. Cool, so it's not going to happen tonight. That's okay. Probably just going to get some rest. And I'll just try again tomorrow, which ended up being like one of the lyrics in the song. So really, really fun, and like it ended up sort of all coming together on Saturday morning, or like Saturday afternoon. But then we thought we were going to like MIDI record the drums, and we went to James's place to go and track all of the drums, and like the MIDI inputs were only picking up like 75% of the hits. So then he spent like the entirety of Saturday night, just like programming the drums on his laptop.
Oh no.
But we're going to re-release it.
Yeah.
Was we managed to get it down in the studio over the weekend. So you'll be seeing another version of the song. So
soon. Not 100% happy, I can imagine, with the kind of pressure that you're under to finish, because there's a deadline to it. So not 100% happy with how it came out, or?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, like I'm very happy with how it came out, but I think it's just going to be nice to sort of be like. I think that songs change and evolve, and I think that they don't necessarily need to stay static once you've recorded and released them. And that's sort of what we did with Manuka Money, was on the first 2-track, and then we re-recorded it as a band. And so, like, just feeling comfortable to be able to play around with things and not feel like it's done and it's over, and like
Yep.
that's how it exists. And I like to do that with a lot of my songs, and like particularly with, you know, stripping back and doing things acoustically, having different arrangements, different people playing. So like I think it's just a nice way to showcase that you're sort of constantly growing and changing as things come and go, and like things don't have to stay so like static and stationary just because you've recorded them.
It's like a revisit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's a peg in time, and that's what happened under the pressure.
Yeah.
And with all the hurdles that life kind of threw at you, you did it. It was finished, and that was the. I'm guessing that would have been the main thing. Is just showing yourselves that you can, if you had to.
Yeah.
At the. Not saying with the most problems that you could probably throw at yourself, with the least problems you could probably throw at yourself, but get it done if you really, really needed to.
Yeah. It was really rewarding.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a fantastic energy sort of coming off the tail end of that weekend and just being like, oh, I can't believe we did that. Yeah, mean. Nice.
It's a bit of a tick, I think, in your creative sort of endeavors, being able to push yourself and set yourself a goal that may seem unreasonable or may seem unachievable, and then at the end of it all, it's like, oh yeah, we did it. We did it. And if we need to revisit it, we'll revisit it. And of course, it could, it's a demo.
Yeah.
And it's a recorded demo. I like that. So that's going to be revisited, is it?
Yeah.
Or is that being revisited at the moment?
We've, in the process of revisiting it, so you maybe will see a version 2 sometime soon. Yeah.
Now, you did mention that leading into the Paradog gig, you were just flying out of the studio, so tell me a little bit about what's going on there.
So we're, I'm currently working with James Goldsmith on an EP. It's going to be a 5-track.
Nice.
Thought you might be excited to hear that one. It's going to be called Being Alone, which was originally supposed to be the 3rd song that was going to originally be on the first EP.
Right.
So now it's going to be the title track of the next EP.
Yay.
Really fun process.
What's Goldsy doing? Is he just recording and mixing, or is he helping with the production as well?
Yeah, well, I've never worked with him before, so we had our first weekend with him this weekend, and it was great. Really nice audio engineering. He's going to be mixing the whole project, and is also just like general good vibe opinion.
Yeah.
I suppose I've never really worked with a producer, but I don't know, maybe he falls into that role a little bit too. Yeah.
I'm guessing like a full producer knows exactly what they want out of the artist and just sort of massages them to get there. But a co-production kind of, gives a little bit here and there, just suggestions, answer some questions if you have them.
I like how he finishes every take with like thoughts, feelings, emotions.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about that? I thought that was great. A really nice vibe in the studio. Really fun weekend.
Yeah. And how far in are we before we see the products?
Probably towards the end of the year. Yeah, I think so. I think I probably raced in to get something out with the first 2-track. I just wanted to sort of feel like I had made a start. And now that I've made a start, I think I feel a little bit more comfortable to take my time with it. And I'm really happy to do that.
Lean back a little bit. Ease up on the gas. Just take your time with this one.
I think I'm really looking forward to releasing something that is going to be really near and dear to my heart, and just will be really proud of when I finish. So, like, I'm not trying to rush that process. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you're looking forward to that. Do keep us up to date.
Yeah.
All right, shall we hear another song?
Yeah, we'll play Manu Kamani now.
Nice.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Making money out of Monica, I've got something for you. He's got something that I can sell. See, David's got a plan. He's a money-making man. Always knows what will do well. Keeps it busy for the bees, making honey out of trees. I'm pretty busy too. Yeah, we got that plain Manuka, better than a Juga, $1.50 a pop. Making money from a plan or two has never been better for you. You're making money off what I do. I'm making money from you. Making money out of Manuka, separating Kanuka. It doesn't smoke so well. Sitting in the sun, the day's just begun. I've got trays to fill. The locals are easy to please. They like the native trees, and they like buying from me. Yeah, we got that mean Manuka, better than a Juga, $1.50 a pop. Making money from a plan or two has never been better for you. You're making money off what I do. I'm making money from. I've got trays to fill. I've got days to fill. I've got trays to fill. Making money from a plan or two has never been better for you. You're making money off what I do. I'm making money. I'm making money. Making money from a plan or two has never been better for you. You're making money off what I do. I'm making money from you.
Wiri Donna in the studio with me, Bianca Bailey and Theo Salmon joining in the mix. Now, is this does this happen often, an acoustic rendition of songs?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, and no. I like quite often do the acoustic things more by myself, but also like I recently did a Vogelmorn couch session where I had Harry playing double bass and Ben Stewart playing keys and Celia on the violin. So like I just love to play around with like different arrangements and variations of things. Like I think that's part of the whole process of like something that I really love and enjoy doing, is just like playing with different ways that things sit and doing something new and changing it up. Yeah.
I really, really love that. It means you're open to new ideas and new horizons and new ways of hearing your own songs.
Yeah, I love the way that songs can sort of evolve and like sit with you differently at different times. Or like I think a lot of my songwriting, I do it for for myself anyway, so it depending on like where I'm at and the way that I'm feeling. Like sometimes you just want to make loud rock music, but sometimes you want to also like play it a bit more comforting to yourself. Yeah. So that's cool.
What's the most interesting combination of instruments you've had?
I think we're about to do the most interesting combination of instruments this on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the four of us on, the standard indie rock band setup, and then on top of that we'll also have Ben and Celia playing keys and violin as well.
Lovely.
So doing a little bit of a combination and a merger of those two worlds, which I'm really looking forward to.
Is that what's been happening throughout the tour, or is this just a special,
special
for Wellington only?
Yeah,
Get
special
out.
Poneki, something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of have had these songs that I've been wanting to like hear in these sort of arrangements for a really long time, and I was like, this is the chance. This is probably going to be our last show for a little while before I just start working on the EP properly. So I kind of was like, yeah, let's just do something that I've been like sort of burning to do for a really long time and see how it goes. Yeah.
Are you listening to this, listeners? Are you coming to check this out? It may happen one time and one time only. Actually, I doubt it, because if you really enjoy it, it's like, we have to do this again.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah.
Eyegum Scenic Tours #1. This is the first one of many, I'm guessing, that Eyegum want to undertake to showcase the local talent around the country. Wiri Donna, Del Carrigan, Androgynous Lemon, and Violet Hurst. We've had Androgynous Lemon here in the studio last week. Androgynous Lemon here a couple of times. We've had Violet Hurst in the studio last week doing a live to air, and Dale Carrigan due to do the live to air this Friday. So, good people, if you want to get your head around all those sounds, you're going to have to do a little bit of homework, and of course also tune in tomorrow afternoon to listen to Dale Carrigan if you're not familiar with the music, and of course Wiri Donna performed here in the past. But I'm going to do a show. I love that. I love the fact that I've been wanting to do this for ages, and this is the last chance for a little while. So, you're going to be in the studio. Do you have a time when you think you'll be finished? I know you said summer. Does that mean that you're out for spring, the rest of winter and spring, before we see Wiri Donna again?
Yeah, I think we'll definitely nothing coming up in the next 2 months. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Unless the phone starts ringing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's something really exciting about the prospect of just like working on the recording side of things, and also like starting to demo some stuff. Yeah. I think that it's been a long while since I've just focused on the music and the writing, and like the sort of, I love playing shows, but I also, that's never my favorite. It's one of many aspects to what I really get out of being in a band and like playing music and all of that sort of stuff. So I think I just want to kind of I just want to do some work on it, and I think that's really exciting to me. Like it feels like it's a good time to just sort of be like, okay, you can just hold off, and then you'll come back and you'll have a whole EP, and then it'll be great.
That is the beauty of being an independent artist. You can do it your own way.
Yeah.
You can set your own parameters and boundaries.
Yeah.
And work how you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So we've got some music coming up. We've got the last gig here this Friday. More information, $15 from utr.co.nz for your tickets, otherwise $20 on the door. That is happening tomorrow evening up at San Fran, sanfran.co.nz if you'd like to dig out more information. Otherwise, if people want to keep up to date with Wiri Donna, all the things that you're doing, any videos coming up, or I guess not until everything's recorded, yeah?
Yeah, there's going to be some things. There's going to be some things.
You're going to be drip feeding?
Okay. You just hold on.
So where do we need to hold on to? Where do we keep up to date with what Wiri Donna's up to?
Mostly on Instagram. Yep. I'm a big fan of Instagram. I've recently become a fan of Twitter. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea yet. And Facebook, but that's all just under Wiri Donna.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where you'll find me. Yeah, I'd love to talk to some more people on Twitter. Mm-hmm. If anyone's got a Twitter account out there, I just it's the place to get into some gnarly conversations. I love it. So, if you got some Twitter hot takes, give me your Twitter hot takes, please.
All right.
Yeah.
She wants to chat with you.
I don't know if I've just signed myself up for something that I don't really want to do. But
can you put Twitter on silence just in case? I'm recording right now. I don't want to chat.
I'll just wait. My phone will be blowing up in no time with my 41 Twitter followers.
Otherwise, your previous recordings are available on Bandcamp, so you can also chase her music. Yes. Or the band's music, should I say. Which is her music? Your band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can chase Wiri Donna, wiridonna.bandcamp.com. All right, it is 11:30 here on the Amplifier Show. We're joined by Bianca Bailey and Theo Salmon today, showcasing Wiri Donna songs, and we're going to go up with one last track. What are we going to hear?
Yeah, well, we will play You Should Be Smiling. Yeah.
Yay.
Always filled with rage. It's just another day to be told how to behave. Oh, she's running hollow. Guess I'll dry my eyes and try again tomorrow. But it could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier. Your fools are dying. Just another man who thinks he's doing his best, but he hasn't done anything for me yet. Who are you to decide a frame of mind to rely on? What have you been denied of? But it could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier on my skin. I could wear it happier on my skin. It could burn happier. Your fools are dying. You should be smiling. You should be smiling. It could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier on my skin. I could wear it happier on my skin. It could burn happier. Your fools are dying. It could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier on my skin. It could burn happier.
Happy boy I am. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much for having us.
Bianca Bailey and Theo Salmon, Wiri Donna in the studio with me. Don't forget, of course, the last and final of the Eyegum Scenic Tours #1 heading to Whanganui at Tara tomorrow evening. And on support, we've got Dale Kerrigan, Androgynous Lemon, and Violet Hurst. And don't forget, of course, Wiri Donna is going to be showcasing a very special show only for Wellington here tomorrow night. And thank you so much for that. It takes a lot of guts to go. We've been doing it really well, and I'm just going to do it a little bit different now. So you're in for a treat if you want to get your tickets. Go really quick to utr.co.nz, $15. Otherwise, $20 on the door. More information, like I said, up at sanfran.co.nz. Wiri Donna, Bianca, Theo, so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having
cheers.
us. Yeah.
And all the best for the future recordings, and hope to see you here back in the studio with some new stuff later in the year.
Yeah.
Yay, cheers. All right, we'll take a little break, and I'll be right back after some words from our sponsors.
Amplify.